guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Batgirl, issue 21, and before I start talking about this issue, just have a big update for, Comic Uno and Dark Avenger Inc. So I'm having a new show on Dark Avenger Inc., which is a total roundup type of show where I talk about every comic I read this week, and I know you guys want me to combine all my reviews into one show. Now, I didn't want to do that for Comic Uno because I like doing my in-depth reviews, and I want to talk more about them. So this show is kind of a lightning round, and just talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. Now, like what I'm doing now is like in-depth review, this, I like this, talk about the story a little more. But with this, it's like, you get all the reviews in one place. And exclusive reviews, which is my point, that I won't be doing in-depth reviews for this, but exclusive reviews. Which is Killjoys issue 1 this week, Ultimate Comics X-Men issue 27, Guardians of the Galaxy issue 3, and Superboy issue 21. So if you want to go check out those reviews, just go to that first episode of Comic Uno, which will be annotated. Guys, also, I won't have my vlog up today. It will be up Saturday because I want to film Man of Steel and me going to Man of Steel with a couple of my friends. And, of course, the Man of Steel review will be up this probably Friday night. And then the vlog will be up Saturday. Check out the newest episode of Motherverses, which you get to see me sing as Tiffany badly, but it's funny, so go check it out. And yeah, check out the new Motherverses episode, which is annotated. But let's talk about Batgirl issue 21, which is why you're here. Yeah, so let's talk about the cover. Really love this cover. I love the painted style they always do with Batgirl, and they used to do that with the Stephanie Brown series also, so I'm kind of glad that they kept that. And it looks cool of how what Batgirl looks like here. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to... Oh, she took out her bat sign in last issue, but it kind of looks very cool with the painted sign. But back to what I was saying, it looks very cool of how pale Batgirl is because she looks like a puppet, which is very good for this cover and a very good reference to the story. So I really like that. Really love this cover, but let's see if I like the story. Let's talk about the story. We get to see a little bit of Nightwing in this issue. Nightwing's like, hey, you okay about your brother? And, you know, if you need someone to talk to, your family's here, your Bat family's here. So it's cool to see that, you know, in this hard time, Nightwing's there for Barbara, which we haven't seen Nightwing since that horrible crossover, like in issue 7 or whatever, which is kind of disappointing for me because I love Dick and Barbara together. And it was really nice to see Dick kind of interact with Barbara and even reference Barbara in his own series this week. So it's nice to see Dick trying, and Barbara's like, you know, I am part of the Bat family, but I have to deal with this. You know, I'm not part of the Bat family right now because of the bad things I have done, you know, and she just told him, you know, Dick, about what she did, which she couldn't tell anybody. So that was really nice to see, and we can see that in the beginning of this issue. But then she goes and she finds the ventriloquist, and she has, you know, her hostage of the famous judge of this America's Got Talent type of show. And we get to see Babs try to save the day, which she does save the day, but she gets to see how twisted the ventriloquist is and see her dead parents be able to talk and the puppet being able to talk, so we get to see a big battle with that. And also we get to see, in the end, we get a little bit more of her personal life, Barbara, that, you know, she's upset, you know, from the night. She just wants to stay in after the whole ventriloquist thing. She's done with seeing dead people. But then she has a date with that guy that she saved more in the beginning of this series, which we've been seeing some sparks with this guy. He was a troubled person, but he trying to wrong his rights, and he's interested in Barbara, so they had a date. And Barbara looks pretty messy here. She's like, oh my god, I totally forgot. So I'm guessing we're going to see a big date for the next issue, which I think will just be really fun. And then maybe we'll see more of the ventriloquist. But yeah, I actually really thought this was a solid issue. Yeah, I thought this was very solid for what this story arc trying to continue this story arc. So I think that was very interesting with this, and the whole ventriloquist story arc. It's interesting. I like the villain, and do I think she's the best villain? No, but I think she's interesting and really dark, and I like how Gail Simone does portray this villain. And I think we'll see more of this villain because I think she's for Villain Month in September, so I'm sure we're going to see more of her. But she's twisted in this, and it's kind of interesting. But also what's interesting about this issue and the story arc in general is bringing stuff from previous story arcs and continuing them, and that's what I like about Batgirls. Like, they don't forget personal stories, you know, and like Nightwing and stuff, and saying, oh, you're part of the Bat family, you know, even though Damien's dead, I want you to remind that, and just the whole connection with Dick and Barbara goes back to years and years and years, and bringing that into this issue, something that we haven't seen in a while, was great. I love that scene, and I think it worked really well in this issue, and hopefully we get to see interaction more with Dick and Barbara. Also, we even get to see interaction with the mother and Commissioner Gordon. You know, that's something that we haven't seen them interact, and obviously Barbara's mother left, and now she's leaving again. So there's a lot of these interactions that are just building, a lot of character interactions I really enjoyed in this issue. And the cliffhanger was really nice, and I think it's going to bring us to a really good one-shot. And I really like this guy for Barbara, even though I don't think it's going to work. But I think it's a really fun story that could be told, and bringing more friends into Barbara's circle, which I think Barbara needs somewhat of a normal life. And that's what I like about this series, is that it does bring Barbara having a little bit of a normal life, but also bring that Batgirl story. I think this issue is a perfect example of the series in general, bringing Barbara's life, different character interactions, which some series forget to have, honestly, which is horrible, but we need character development, which Batgirl has totally, which I think is one of the shining things of Batgirl, is its character development. So, solid issue, though. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a little bit of a filler issue, but it's still an interesting issue, and the character development definitely made up for its filler-ishness of it. But Ventriloquist, we have an interesting story on also, so we'll see more. And Cliffhanger, we'll see more, hopefully, of that also. Hope you guys enjoyed this Comic Uno, guys. I give this 4 stars. Very solid issue. And hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and their situations. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.